salty. Really good, huh?
Mm.
Boxing in association with BWTM Sports. www.roundforroundboxing.com.
Should we just go in or no?
Okay, and we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports in association with Round for Round Boxing, the new boxing game coming out on PC, Xbox, and PS4. Yesterday, we announced the great signing of Henry Armstrong, the legendary Henry Armstrong, who had three titles, world titles at featherweight, lightweight, and at welterweight. He should have fought and won the middleweight title, but you got to draw for that. So we have in the room with us now Jessica Mccaskill, who fights on October the 6th on Dazn. Eddie owns Dazn. And we have with her as well trainer and I believe manager Rick Ramos. Rick in the house. Jessica in the house. How are we doing?
We're good.
Good. Always good.
So, congratulations on the fight.
Yes, finally.
So the fight at home, Jessica, what does that feel like?
It's good. I mean, a lot of people were so supportive of the fight in December for the world title in London, and they tried to connect any way that they could through Facebook or, however they saw the streaming video, and to be home so that they can, be in this with me. It's a lot of work being at home, fighting at home, but it's also very rewarding because everybody's able to just kind of pitch in and do their part as well.
Rick, I know that you talked to me before about the fight with Jessica and Katie Taylor. It's kind of like old news now because obviously Katie's got a fight coming up now and Jessica's fighting as well. But just recap on your thoughts about that fight and what you and Jessica have done since that fight, so people in Chicago and around the world can look forward to seeing what Jessica's going to do in this fight October 6th.
Well, you know what? I should say Jessica never came out of the gym. Jessica was always in the gym since the Katie Taylor fight. I think she took maybe 4 or 5 days off. She went to Vegas and to go check out the UFC fights. But other than that, we've been in the gym. A few fights fell through, so it wasn't like we were never ready. We were always ready, at least 4 weeks ready for any fight at any given time. But, we stayed to the basics. There was a lot of things that we had to work on. We stuck to the basics, just really, really like hardcore basics. We kept her in shape. So now we're just looking to take advantage of this opportunity. Shout out to Eddie Hearn for Eddie to put us on that Matchroom show. It's huge. I mean, I think there's only 2 other guys on the Matchroom show from Chicago. So for Jessica to be the first female out of Chicago to fight at Wintrust Arena, to the first ever boxing match there, it's a huge opportunity on the top level show with the top level fighters, world class promoter. I'm excited. She's excited. We're ready, man. We're gonna steal the show. So I'm excited.
Well, shout out to Eddie Hearn, of course, for getting you on the card and obviously getting you that fight. And it's great. It's great for women's boxing. It's not just Katie Taylor, but of course yourself now. And potentially maybe Eddie might be looking down the line of a rematch between Jessica Mccaskill and Katie Taylor. Do you think that could possibly happen?
Do you want me to answer? You want to answer?
I definitely think that is something that my career is going to force her to circle back around to. The things that we do in the ring and the way that we train and the way that we fight, we're very explosive and we give the crowd something that a lot of female fighters can't. And a lot of people want to see that type of fighter up against Katie Taylor because a lot of times she gets people that are just in there to say that they did it and then they're out within a round or two. And people want to see, a knockout, drag out type of, war between their idol, which could be me or Katie Taylor, depending on, where you're from. But that's something that the way that we operate and the way that we're taking charge of women's boxing, we're going to make her circle back around to me one way or the other, whether we get a belt from somebody else and then she can't unify without coming through me first, or if we just expose her boxing abilities or lack of, to where people really want to see her earn that respect again.
So what are your thoughts been since Katie Taylor's fought you? I mean, what have you thought of the opposition, and do you think she's improved?
I think she's the same fighter she's always been, but for some reason, the people that go up against her are just not prepared. We've had people inbox us asking for tips and pointers, and, you know, because they were coming up against Katie Taylor, and, you know, I'm not anybody's coach or manager to give pointers. So
I would say, I don't think she could get better. I don't think she can get better with her current trainer, who knows less about boxing than Katie does. So I don't think she'll get better. So that's a benefit for us. I think Jessica's gotten dramatically better, and I can't wait till she shows everybody that in Chicago. As far as her opposition, she blew through Kimberly Connor. All respect to Kimberly Connor, because, you know, she reached out to me and asked me for a little bit of advice, and which I was gladly, you know, willing to give her. But against Serrano, I mean, Serrano can take a punch. Cindy Serrano can take a punch. But, I mean, the skill level is dramatically different. The speed's dramatically different. I think everyone's going in there for a payday. I think everybody's not going in there with the mindset to win. I think if we get another opportunity, I think Jessica's going to knock her out. And I think if she doesn't want to come to us, then we'll take bigger risks. We might go after the next biggest name in boxing, and, you know, and beat that person, and then she has to fight us. Like, the public will demand it.
So hold on. At the moment, who are you fighting in Chicago? You name the
I can't reveal that yet because she hasn't signed. So hopefully I know in 24 hours. But if we find out tonight or tomorrow, I would love to make the announcement on your show.
Okay.
I'm sure Eddie Hearn will announce it before me, but we should know in the next 24 hours. But you know, it should be a big fight for us, and hopefully, if this person signs, it will be a big stepping stone and a big step up. And, you know, we can definitely beat her. It's just more, it's about her credibility and her reputation in the boxing game. But once Jessica beats her, and then, you know, we're at that, we solidify ourselves at a level that you have to come take from us.
Let me ask you a question here that, you know, you hear a lot from trainers, but I'm going to really put you up against the wall for this one, Rick. Trainers say, yeah, we've made lots of adjustments, we've made lots of improvements, we've done this and that, and like, you know, Joseph Parker's trainer, we hear him say, yeah, you know, we've got a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, plan D, plan E. Right. I see you come over and fight one guy, I see you fight the other guy, and I see the same plan A twice in 2 fights. So now I'm going to ask you the question, Rick. Are you going to tell me you've got a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D? Or are you going to tell me you've gone back to the drawing board? What does that drawing board look like? Because I've never seen this drawing board. I've gone to lots of boxing gyms. I've never seen a drawing board. But everyone says they're going back to the drawing board.
Hey. I actually was drawing on a drawing board. And I'm going to send you the picture because somebody took a picture of it. It was pretty funny. But we actually have a drawing board. Actually, I have a few of them. But no, to answer your question is, like, you know, I think because Jessica didn't have as much experience as Katie and as much of the amateur fights as like these medalists and these world champions and whatever, I think they count out Jessica. But so we went back to getting a lot of rounds of sparring with elite level fighters, former Olympian Sean Simpson, you know, the better fighters in Chicago as far as men and women. So I think we got a lot of rounds in. We went over the basics. We didn't try to do trickery. We didn't try to like add some like hot dog moves. We just stuck to the basics. I wanted Jessica to better her jab, to go to the body more, to go up and down with her punches. It's more about like, it's not about plans for me. It's more or less about like executing like the basics of boxing. And I think the only thing that Katie has is the basics of boxing. I don't know if she has heart because I think we could have pushed her more. I think she ran when it came time to dig deep and to see if she had a heart. I think she ran a lot. So I don't know. I don't know if she has a chin because we didn't get a clean shot off. We only got her with about 60-70% of that left hook that wobbled her. If Jessica would have hit her clean flush, Katie would right now we'd be, we'd be stars right now. You know what I mean? I don't like. I think other people are going in to Katie as fans, and Eddie Hearn knows that what we bring to the table, Jessica and myself, is we have personalities. Jessica has knockout power. We're not afraid to speak the truth. Other people like Kimberly Connor, other people who I won't really mention names because it might come off disrespectful. They don't like a lot of women fighters out there want to be paid, but they don't have personality. They don't have knockout power. They've been in the game so long that they took crappy paydays in the beginning and set the tone for their career. I didn't settle for crappy paydays for her. I was like, give me this number or don't call me back. That's it. Stop calling me. And I would hang up on people, and I have hung up on people, and that's it. And once you don't treat yourself like a prostitute, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad you're saying this because I talked to Ava Knight, and Ava Knight was telling me some horrific stories where she was celebrating more in Mexico than she was celebrating in America. But she told me she was getting spat at when she was coming to the arena and spat at when she was coming to the ring. What kind of stuff is that?
That's crazy. I mean, everywhere we go, and everybody who knows Jessica, whether it was in Dublin after the Katie Taylor fight, we flew to Dublin. People were asking Jessica to take pictures. People respected Jessica. She was on the cover of the news of the Irish Times. So I mean, I think Jessica's gained the respect of the fans. She's not afraid to fight. She's all heart. She's all gut. And we want the second shot with Katie Taylor. I can't wait. I hope we do get it. And
I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back in retrospect with that Katie Taylor fight. You guys were chasing the Katie Taylor fight, chasing it. You finally got it. Yeah, exactly. You were chasing it, asking for it. You know the expression, be careful what you ask for, you might get it. Well, you got it. You got the fight. You landed the fight. But then when it came to the fight itself, you were aware you were fighting away from home. You were aware that the judging would have been the way it would have been. So you were going to get no favors. In terms of the game plan, do you feel that you could have done any more in terms of getting that knockout? Or do you feel that that was the best you could have given on that night? You just raised your game through adrenaline and heart and willingness.
You know what? I'm glad you asked that because I just answered that question a couple of days ago, and I wish somebody else would ask me, and you just asked me the question. Listen, if we would have knocked out Katie Taylor, I bet it wouldn't have done nothing we would have actually slowed down female boxing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not a lot of people knew who Jessica was, right? So if we would have knocked out Katie Taylor, a lot of people wouldn't even have focused on our win. They would have focused on Katie Taylor wasn't as good as everybody thought. It would actually hurt us. The best thing that we could have did was like a Fernando Vargas versus Felix Trinidad, right? He got killed. He got beat up, and he never quit, and he kept standing up on his feet. He never quit, and he always stood up. And he became a megastar after that. I'm not saying that Jessica's a megastar, but we're on that path, right? So I think if we would have knocked out Katie Taylor, I think that might have hurt both careers and female boxing. I really do. So I think the outcome was totally against us. The odds were 200-1. We put on a phenomenal performance. And I think that if we get another shot, we know what we're getting and we know what we got to do. And, if we don't win the second time, it's on us.
And then based on, and a lot of credit has to be given to you because you're looking at somebody who never had the amateur career that Katie Taylor had, right? No Olympic gold medalist and all the rest of it. So for Jessica to have closed that gap against Katie Taylor, who was meant to blow Jessica away, if you listen to a lot of the fandom, Jessica's done a great job there. So what is the plan for Jessica? I know you've got this fight coming up, but how do you take Jessica from being Jessica Mccaskill, the girl that fought Katie Taylor but lost, to Jessica Mccaskill out of the shadow of the Katie Taylor fight, and now on to being Jessica Mccaskill, the girl from Chicago who's the big puncher, who's the noise in the division?
I think it starts off October 6th. I think a knockout is necessary or a big win, a dominant win or a massive knockout. I think we get everybody excited. I think all these news publications and online social media news places or companies, we need them to get on our side, right? And once Jessica demonstrates her power again, once she shows how tough she is, I think the media will start talking about it. I think the media will be like, man, you know what? It wouldn't be bad if because the rematch is surfacing, right? I mean, like, there's people posting out there, you know, a rematch with Katie Taylor and Jessica Mccaskill would probably be very good for boxing, you know, and I think it would be too. I think that it will start October 6th. I think Jessica is going to look phenomenal. I think, you know, we're going to try to put on a great show, and hopefully we get a knockout and everybody gets excited, and we're going to stay on that path. And then when we do that, we have to go after a name. We have to go after a name.
Okay, Jessica, can I ask you in terms of training with Rick, where you feel you've improved since the Katie Taylor fight, and what we can expect of you on October the 6th?
I think I've definitely just gained a little bit more ground and experience. I mean, after the fight, that was my first time going 10 rounds. So the experience alone in that, the experience of fighting far away from home in another country, the experience of having just my very small team with me at the time, all of those things helped us grow as a team and helped me grow as a fighter to where when it happens again, you know, it's just that much easier. So some of the small things like that that people count out, those are very important. And, you know, we learned that we have to be ready for anything. There were a couple situations that we were put in where we were kind of waiting for it, but, you know, it was just one of those things where you learn not to get shaken up, and you learn to keep going on the game plan. And I think we did very well. I mean, the boxing, the way our team stuck together, everything about our trip to London helped us to grow as a team. Besides, go ahead.
Yeah.
Besides that experience in itself and that trip, from January to now, and the sparring that I've had, and, you know, the different things that we've worked on, like I've always said, our training is not necessarily about the other fighter, because in this profession, your fighter can change 3-4 times before you even get into the ring. So our training is always about making me the best fighter that I can be, with my speed, with my power, with my punch selection, with my confidence going into the ring, everything, my stamina, all of it. So that's what we've been working on. Like you said, we went back to the basics, sharpened some things up, and then just put it to use in our sparring. And we've just been working so hard. You know, it's going to be very explosive October 6th.
Are you concerned about the time you've had off outside the ring and not being able to get back in there and actually fight? Or do you think that you're one of these people that can fight, like a Mayweather, for example, go off for 2 years and then come back and just fight and not have to worry about ring rust? What about yourself? How is that for you?
I feel like ring rust is more of one of those things where people took a lot of time off. When I tell you I have had 0 time off, we've had about 5 fights planned. So what's that, 1 every 2 months that we've had planned but didn't work out. So like he said, I've always been ready, and we've kept the training and we've kept the sparring. So I think ring rust more so applies to people who have taken a lot of time off and haven't been in the gym every day.
Right.
So I don't think that applies to me, and that won't apply in this fight.
And how do you physically feel within yourself, though? I mean, people would say, oh, you know, Jessica Mccaskill, well, she's rocking on a bit in boxing terms. How do you respond to that?
Wait. Say that in boxing terms. What was that? I'm what?
That you're rocking on a bit. Some people have suggested, I would not suggest that for 1 second, Jessica. But there are people, oh, well, Jessica's rocking on a bit. But, you know.
Like I'm getting old?
I didn't say those words. I did not say those words.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And although I am getting older in age, honestly, I am jacked. I'm ripped up. My strength and conditioning coach, Rick, they've been planning, this is what we're going to do this week. This is what we're going to do this week. You know, they strategize about my body more than I do. And so I feel great. They actually have to tell me to slow down a little bit or to do a little less, because, you know, they're worried, you know, that I'll do too much. And of course, that's their job, to pay attention to what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. So I feel great.
I can believe that. I can believe that. So would you say you're going to be like fine wine, or do you think you're going to be just consistent? Because some people, as they get become more mature? They become better with age?
I think I am definitely going to be better. Every fight I get better, and there's different things that come out that weren't there before. And every fight, my body is in better and better shape, and I'm able to perform better and better. So I expect, like I said, I expect October 6th to be explosive.
Right.
I mean, I can't explain how confident I am in my training and in my body's abilities. It's just going to be one of those things that people have to tune in and see.
Fantastic. Right. Both you, I want a message from both you to the viewers. First of all, people, how do people reach out to Rick Ramos on social media?
You can find me on any social media platform, Rick Ramos Boxing, anything, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. I'm easy to find. All my stuff is public, so you can find me, and you can find Jessica as well, probably.
Okay. Jessica, how do people find you?
Same thing. You can look under Team Mccaskill. You can look under Jessica Mccaskill, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of the above. And everything I have is public except for probably Snapchat.
Jessica Mccaskill, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hearing the announcement of your fight coming up shortly. Rick,
yes,
thank
sir.
you so much once again, sir. Is there anything I missed out in our conversation?
No, I just want to say thanks to everyone watching. Thanks to everybody over there across the pond, if you will. To all those people who, a lot of people from Europe, a lot of people from over there, even London. I'm sorry, even Ireland. A lot of people from over there, like supporting us and checking in, hoping to see Jessica fight again. So big shout out to everybody over there, everyone in Chicago, everyone in the United States, everyone in Europe, everybody over there, everybody who showed us love. Shout out to Eddie Hearn for calling us back and realize that Jessica's an exciting fighter, and we're going to bring viewers, and we're going to put some butts in the seat, and we're going to put some butts on the canvas. So, so we're excited. We're excited.
Happy birthday again, Jessica.
Thank you.
A Virgo, and it seems to be Virgo seems to be quite popular in my life. Interesting.
You're welcome.
So enjoy. Thank you all so much, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right, thank you so much.
Once again, Jessica Mccaskill and Rick Ramos with us on BWTM Sports. Don't forget to tune in with BWTM Sports. We'll bring you all the exclusives. We're out. Take care.